Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our July live stream service and program from the Los Angeles Gedatsu Church. I am Marilyn Nakamura, and I'll be serving as your program MC this morning. Reverend Naoya Okano will be conducting our monthly appreciation service, as well as the annual OBON service. OBON is the Japanese Buddhist custom of giving blessings and prayers to unrested ancestor spirits. It has a long history in Japan, dating back more than 14 centuries. It is a festive occasion observed in midsummer when it is believed that ancestor spirits return to visit their living relatives and family members go to their ancestral graves to greet them and offer prayers for their peaceful rest. Obon originates from the story of Mokuren, a disciple of the Buddha. Through his spiritual powers, Mokuren perceived that his deceased mother was suffering in the spiritual world, and her relief could only be achieved by his offering food to needy Buddhist monks. That is, unselfishly doing good for others. So, in the spirit of charity for others, following our appreciation service, we will be offering special prayers and holy tea blessings for our ancestors. You may wish to have your holy tea bowl ready at that time so that you can join in offering holy tea blessings. Following the Obon service, in his sermon today, Reverend Naoya will talk about what he has learned about anger, an emotion that we, unfortunately, all experience from time to time. He offers some useful tips and insights in anger management. Let us start our program with the opening prayer.
Let us put our hands together in prayer. We join in giving reverence to the universal life force, all guardian angels, and the souls of our ancestors. We give thanks for the infinite blessings we receive. We resolve to live each day with appreciation and gratitude. Aspiration. May peace reign over the world and all people enjoy prosperity and happiness. May we unite and cooperate in the salvation of mankind. May we pray for the peaceful rest of all spirits. And may divine grace bless all things equally. Appreciation and gratitude. I shall reciprocate the profound and immeasurable blessings I receive from my country, my parents, my teachers, society, and all creation in the universe. Supplication. With respectful and sincere hearts, we dedicate ourselves to the practice of Gedatsu. We ask Master Gedatsu Kongo to guide us as we follow his example, to live with appreciation and gratitude, and to be of service to all. Homage to our founder Gedatsu Kongo 7 times. Namu Gedatsu Kongo, 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 Namu Gedatsu Kongo.
That concludes our opening prayer. Now we will hear the holy voice of Master Gedatsu Kongo reciting the 5 principles of the Gedatsu Church.
Watakushi wa Saitama ken Saadashi gun Nakamarumura たもとに、下脱教会本園、他の政権であります。下脱教の教え、ご法則を申し上げます。1、神ながらの大道、天地宇宙の神様は、祈られるところに静まりましまして、必ずそのご意徳とご意向はいかに苦しむ人の身の試薬修行の外の苦も必ず治る不思議に絶えないのであります。2、大自然の法則は日々参考朝昼夜、月々三足神中しも、四季の運行は春夏秋冬、いかに文明科学の力にも及ばざることの大自然であります。3、最高道徳に進まれたいのであります。道徳に反道徳あります。1、努力せず要求す。2、努力して要求す。3、努力して要求せずであります。これ、自然の恵みを待つのが最高道徳であります。4、自我、充実は、身もいいも国も世界も皆滅びるのであります。現世界の動きを見られたいのであります。自我、充実は無限であるからであります。自我、没脚は皆生きられるのであります。この理由は何事も求めいないから自然の幸福に得られるのであります。その意味を自己反省していたいのであります。と、天地宇宙の法則は、宙にこう、仁義で、これ、王妃のもと国民の神よ、時代以来の国法であります。以上、下脱教会のご法則であります。
Now, let us observe our OBON prayer service. When we offer prayers to ancestors and unrested spirits, let us remember the lesson of OBON, doing good for the sake of others. This attitude is in line with the words we just heard from Gedatsu Kongo. Give without asking for anything in return.
Now we'd like to offer OBON service. To the spirits of all pioneers in the world dead since the founding of the United States, spirits of Native Americans, spirits of all races since time immemorial, spirits of all living things, spirits of all deceased members of the Gedatsu Church, unrested spirits of friends and foes related to California, unrested spirit related to the North American continent, ancestral spirits of all families of the church members, and all unrested spirits of the universe, especially to spirits who have the first OBON service following death. Spirit of Frank Miyamura, Spirit of Larry Katsuichi Nakamura, Spirit of Teruko Nakamura, Spirit of Hiroko Omiya, Spirit of Eiko Onishi, Spirit of Masako Oyanagi, Spirit of Tomoki Oyanagi. Please accept our sincere prayer and blessing and rest peacefully. Repentance. For all the wrongful deeds I have committed in the past through greed, anger, and ignorance, by the actions of my body, speech, and mind, I now most sincerely repent. Hamnya Shinyo, one time. Bussetsu Maka Hamnya, Haramita Shinyo. Kanji Daimo Sanyoji Hamnya, Haramita Jishogen Goden Kaiku Issaiku Yakushari Shishiki Huiku Hui Shiki Shiki Sokuze Kuku Sokuze Shiki Ju Sonyo Shiki Yakubu Nyoze Shari Shide Shohoku So Shohu Betsu Huku Shohu Shohu Gemde Koku Jumu Shiki Muju Sonyo Shiki Mugem Nibi Deshin Nimu Shiki Shoko Misoku Hom Genkai Naishi Muishiki Kai Mumu Myo Yaku Mumu Myo Jim Naishi Muroshi Yaku Muroshi Jim Muk Shumetsu Domu Ji Yaku Mutoku Imu Shotoku Bodai Satsutai Hamnya Haramita Goshimu Gege Gege Gomu Gu Ondi Saiten Domu Sogu Yode Hansan De Shobutsu E Hamnya Haramita Gotoku Adokuta Samyaku Sammo Daikoji Hamnya Haramita Zedai Shinshu Zedai Myoju Zemu Joju Zem Dodoju Dojo Issaiku Shimjitsu Gogo Setsu Hamnya Haramita Jusoku Setsu Juatsu Gyate Gyat Hara Gyate Hara So Gyate Boji Soaka Hamnya Shinyo Komyo Shingon 7 times. Om Namo Nyame Roshano Makamo Nanama Nihando Majimbara Hanamani Dayam. Om Namo Nyame Roshano Makamo Nanama Nihando Majimbara Hanamani Dayam. Om Namo Nyame Roshano Makabodana Mani Hando Majimbara Hanamani Dayan. Om Namo Nyame Roshano Makabodana Mani Hando Majimbara Hanamani Dayan. Om Namo Nyame Roshano Makabodana Mani Hando Majimbara マニダヤンノンナモニャメロシャノマカボダラマニハンドマジンバラハラダヤンオゴ7 timesナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴナムゲナツゴンゴ Thank you very much for allowing us to perform OBON service. どうもありがとうございました。
This concludes our OBON service, and I'm sure your ancestors and unrested spirits are filled with joy and appreciation of your sincere prayers. Now we will have some words from Reverend Naoya.
When things do not go our way, the only things we can change is ourselves. Hello everyone, this is Reverend Naoya Okano of Los Angeles Gedatsu Church. Today is July 18, 2021, and right now we are in graduation season. Congratulations to all the students who have graduated this year from elementary, middle, and high schools, and colleges and universities. This is a time of new beginnings and transitions, whether you are entering a new school, starting full-time employment, or embarking on a new career. It can also be a time to make positive changes in your life, to turn over a new leaf, as they say. Today, I'd like to offer you a useful self-improvement tool that may benefit you the rest of your life. The tool is anger management. There is no one who never gets angry. All of us at some time in our lives have experienced feelings of anger. Sometimes we may rationalize our anger and say it feels good to let off steam. But basically, anger has no beneficial value and is considered negative most of the time. In Buddhism, it is said that there are 108 poisons of the mind. Among them, there are 3 poisons that we should especially avoid during our lifetime. They are Tom, Jin, and Chi, which means greed, anger, and ignorance. Buddhism teaches that to live wisely, we must control our anger. That is, ultimately, never get angry. Unfortunately, I have not lived up to that ideal. Up to now, I have gotten angry countless times. When I was a kid, I was well behaved, basically a goody two shoes, but at some point, I started freely express my feelings, both good and bad, and vent my anger on the people around me. With such a personal history, I have now become a man of 30 plus years. Thanks to what I have learned through Gedatsu and many experiences, I have been able to control my anger little by little. So, as a minister who is not perfect but is still learning to overcome anger, I would like to share with you my thoughts on anger management. Okay, first of all, as humans, we consist of three parts: mind, body, and the soul, which are closely interrelated. Also, Gedatsu teaches the unity of the visible and invisible world. So soul means not only our own soul, but also the souls of our ancestors in the spiritual world. What happens when our temper flares and we become angry? That results when our body and the soul are thrown into an abnormal condition. When we are physically unwell, we become frustrated at the slightest irritation. Or when we feel stress at work, our body reacts by getting ill. In the same way, on a spiritual level, when our ancestors are happy in the spiritual world, we are also happy. However, if we misbehave or our minds are in turmoil, our ancestors are also unrested. Also, if our ancestors are suffering because of wrongdoings in their lifetime, that may be demonstrated to us through our physical condition. So with this understanding of ourselves as mind, body, and soul, how does the management of anger fit in? Okay, let's say we behave badly or things don't go smoothly. We feel very frustrated. In this case, the problem is the mind. So we can use the other two parts of ourselves, body and soul, to bring relief. For example, we can take a nap or go to bed earlier to ease the mind. Or we can perceive it as a spiritual message from our ancestors. We can pray for them and give holy blessing to their souls. When I get angry and argue with my wife, most of the time it's because I'm tired or frustrated. After sulking in bed for 1 or 2 hours, my mind gradually becomes clear. I find that I don't even know why I get angry with her, so I apologize to her. Some people exercise or play sports to reduce anger. It helps to try different approaches to control anger. Even if they don't improve the condition, it allows you time to calm down. Another excellent way to manage anger is to practice meditation. In Gedatsu, we practice 2 forms of meditation: Ajikan meditation and Hiho meditation. Meditation works directly on our minds to control anger. Here we have the YouTube video regarding the Ajikan meditation, so please watch this video too. Now I have talked about controlling anger, but what is the source or cause of our anger? Gedatsu teaching says the cause is our ego. Master Gedatsu Kongo specifically addressed how to handle the ego in his famous saying, "Practice ignorance, poverty, and death." Let me briefly explain what he meant. Practice ignorance. He is not saying to be stupid, but rather to be humble, not to think that we are superior to others. In other words, pay respect to the others, learn from everyone around us, and take everything that happens to us as our lesson. Practice poverty. In other words, appreciate what we have. By doing so, we don't have to envy Elon Musk or Bill Gates. When we truly appreciate what we have now, not only does our desire for material wealth disappear, but we actually will be blessed with more material and emotional wealth. Lastly, practice death. Appreciate every minute that we are allowed to live. Live and do our best as if each day were the last day of our life. When we truly practice living in this way, we never worry about small things. Knowing the value of life, we never waste time. We go forward living life to its highest ideal. Through these daily practices, we can eliminate egoistic feelings of looking down on people, pursuing wealth, and wasting precious time. Once ego has been defeated, anger is unnecessary. A Japanese monk once said, "One begins to understand the teaching of Buddha when one realizes that things don't go exactly as one wishes." Another way to look at this is accept adversity as an opportunity to improve. When things do not go our way, the only things we can change is ourselves. Gedatsu Kongo said, if you are a timid person who hesitates to step forward, or a short-tempered person who gets angry, immediately stand in front of a mirror and look at your face. You can then see yourself with an objective eye. So when we get angry, if we force ourselves to stand in front of a mirror and smile, and our smiling image will comfort our mind, our anger will dissolve. In Shintoism, a mirror represents the supreme god Amaterasu Omikami. A mirror is called Kagami in Japanese. Ga means ego. When you remove Ga from Kagami, your reflection in the mirror, Kami, remains. Kami means God. Think of our lives as daily training grounds to help us get closer to God. It is where we continually work on eliminating ego and the negative aspects of our character, like greed and anger. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to be able to manage anger. It may take a lifetime to accomplish. For me, even if I find myself repeating the same mistakes over and over, I tell myself, that's all right, it's okay. It is my personal motto to protect myself and to keep me positive when I make a mistake, as well as to accept the people who may frustrate me. Anger management all comes down to understanding that everyone has different opinions and we can respect others despite those differences. That acceptance extends beyond interpersonal relationships to everything that happens around us, even natural disasters. Once we truly understand this, we realize that anger is meaningless. We can avoid getting angry no matter what happens in our lives. I conclude my talk today with the hope that all of you, especially those who are short-tempered like me, were able to find something useful in what I have learned about anger management. And for our graduates who are embarking on a fresh new path in life, I sincerely wish your lives will be full of love, joy, and kindness. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Reverend Naoya, for sharing your personal experiences and thoughts about controlling anger. Reverend Naoya's sermon is on YouTube, so if you wish to view it again or share it with others, please go to our church YouTube site. Before our closing prayer, I want to communicate some good news. Starting next month, our Gedatsu churches will begin a soft opening, a combination of in-person and virtual services and program. On Sunday, August 15th, our appreciation service here at the LA Church will be held in person for the first time since March of last year. The Sacramento Spiritual Center will hold an in-person Benzai 10 service on Sunday, August 29th. Also, members are invited to attend our Fall Grand Festival on Sunday, September 5th at 10 a.m. at the Sacramento Spiritual Center. Plaques for the Saito Goma fire ceremony are limited to only those who attend. A free box lunch will be served. Plaque applications and reservations for box lunches are due by August 15th. Details about these events are published in our companion newsletter and other communications. If you have questions, please contact your branch church. Health and safety protocols will be observed for all activities. As we gradually open our churches, we remind everyone that it is up to each individual and family to decide if the time is right to participate. Now we conclude our appreciation and OBON service program with the closing prayer.
Once again, let us put our hands together in prayer. We join in giving reverence to the universal life force, all guardian angels, and the souls of our ancestors. We give thanks for the infinite blessings we receive. We resolve to live each day with appreciation and gratitude. Homage to our founder, Gedatsu Kongo 7 times. Namu Gedatsu Kongo, 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 Namu Gedatsu Kongo.
Thank you for joining us. Your participation in this service program is greatly appreciated. And again, the August 15th appreciation service will be open to in-person participation as well as virtual participation. Have a great day.